because we are going to business. So luckily I was aware early to take a portion of the revenue and put it into tools and systems and test things to be able to talk to more agents. So it went from me making phone calls to using LinkedIn to generate some business. Well, actually prior to LinkedIn, it was lunch and learns. So I would do a lunch and learn once a month. I had a gentleman in our group do a lunch and learn once a month. We did a mastermind meeting once a month. Then I started doing Get Money Now trainings once a month. I told you, I haven't figured any of this out myself. Get with my agents and tell them to, when they had a deal that closed, to tell me who they closed with, give me one thing to compliment the agent on, and I'll call them up and put them into the system. And that's only worked marginally well. A lot of the agents won't do it yet. So I'm going to keep working and find out who wants to show up and do that. And I think that would be a good strategy. But besides that, I don't have any original ideas. So it was lunch and learns. The Get Money Now training came from Michael Reese and Woods Davis. So that's not an original idea. In the beginning, I just hit play when Woods Davis would do, he would do some training. It would be recorded. So I would hit play. The mastermind thought came from us going down to Key West and seeing Jay Kinder do it. We came back. James Massey and Ronald Moore were doing that for the most part, but I brought them to the company, so I participated and helped out a little bit. But I would bring people to that. So it went from, phone calls to events, and then a little bit of help lately on LinkedIn. And then there's different things you can do on LinkedIn to get messaging where they'll reply. And if they reply yes to, looking at a real estate opportunity, then I don't talk to anyone cold anymore. I mean, there's no one that I pick up the phone that doesn't know then I'll have at least some connection or lead in with. And you can get that. So if there's an agent out there that you want to talk to, you don't have a lead in, you can go find one of their listings. So there's a way, if you think a little bit outside the box, there's always a way to connect with whomever you want to connect with. And in the beginning, you probably know an agent or two. And if you don't, you're brand new, then when you have your first deal, that agent goes on your list. And they probably won't be interested today, but they might be interested later. And one of the other big takeaways the second time I went to Key West was, Brian Carruthers was in the room, and he talked to some agent that was a relatively new agent. And he said, could you, attract the Michael Reese? And I'm kind of guessing it. I don't recall exactly who he pointed out. You personally could never bring Michael Reese to ExP, but you could call Jay Kinder, and Jay Kinder could bring Michael Reese to ExP. So there really are no limitations if you do it strategically. So, you could bring a relatively high agent or a very high agent over if you work the process and have the right people do that. So even myself, if I'm working on someone really high, which I haven't got to yet, but I'm aware that, I could get Chris Bear involved. So he's head of Eastern Development for ExP. I would know enough to know not to do too much talking to an agent that would be selling hundreds of homes or had a big team or a franchise looking to get out, something like that. I would just introduce them to other people and stay involved a little bit. I was getting at 100 shares when someone would come on, and then when they would come on, I have a closing, and then it went to 50, and I had probably 4 agents that had closings put off. So, I got some 50 shares instead of 100, but yes, it's pretty neat. Never owned stock, not a stock guy, so collected.
Really?
So I've never had stock. So a couple thousand shares, and it's kind of neat. Maybe it's kind of hard to do. So I've been doing it so long, it's somewhat in my blood. So like every now and then I catch myself going, got a few buyers to call, and then I look over my agent list, and then I hear Brent go over my head saying, you can sell that one house and get paid once, or you can help agents and get paid over and over, as long as, forever and ever, and help them get agents who get agents. So, a little bit of battle with the person here and one here saying, I think one problem I had prior to ExP was I was having some coaching from a gentleman who hadn't sold a home in 15 years. He was a super high level agent in Atlanta, but every now and then I'm like, he would say things like, if you don't know, you haven't been out there doing this one, that is not a great comment. So don't think I really want to be that guy. And I do enjoy working with buyers and sellers.